Thank you for everybody who is watching the replay today. You guys are awesome. I love that you jump on whenever it's convenient for you and that you just take the time out of your day to watch this whenever it is, because that's really cool of you. So thank you for that. Please feel free to comment because I do want to know what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what your impressions are, all that stuff, even if it's not live. And do feel free to share because we're hoping that we can help people with this, and that's the main idea. Also, it's showing that my connection is weak, and that's because the cell signals here is not very good, and neither is the Wi-Fi. So if I cut out, I will come back. It will just be a two-part affirmation video again today. So please bear with me as I cope with that. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to flip the camera. Give me 1 second. All right, so here is hoping, guys, that we do not lose connection. So it's going to be an interesting video today, but I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you for joining me. To the people who are on live, whoa, you're incredible. Hi, Dad. The other one on here is probably Oz. There he is. Happy Camel Day. All right. So my name is Kristalyn Vitovich from KristalinAVitovich.com. And I am an intuitive, internationally published author and coach. And today I want to share with you guys 3 affirmations that will get you through anything in your day. And then 1 affirmation that is a continuation of sorts on our week, featuring ways to help, hopefully, with anxiety. And yes, sharing is caring. Thank you so much, Oz. So we're going to get started. If you want your friends to be able to join us live, if they are extreme morning people like us, feel free to share this and they can jump on too. This is better than coffee. It's so much fun. So thank you for that, guys. Our first affirmation is I overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength. I overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength. Every challenge I face, every single challenge I face is working for me, not against me. That was the biggest thing that I had to realize when I was going through understanding this affirmation and how I could use it. That challenges are actually working for me and not against me. Because, you know, sometimes we think like a challenge is there to be hard. And so if something is there to be hard, it's probably not something that we're supposed to enjoy. Hey, Bluck, nice to see you. It's probably not something that we're supposed to enjoy, or not something that, you know, we're going to get a lot out of. We think we just need to trudge through it. But honestly, guys, challenges are there for you, not to be against you. They are training you, they are shaping you, they are helping you, they're giving you clues as to who you are, what you're capable of, what you're meant to do with your life. You can see the trend of who you're becoming based on your experiences, and most of all, based on your challenges. This is how God tells us how or who we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do. And I think that's incredible. So once I started realizing that my challenges were working for me and they were usually something I'm supposed to be learning, getting through the challenges was a lot easier. Getting through was a lot easier. So understand that your challenges are there to help you. They're there not necessarily to be easy, obviously. Life doesn't have to be easy. If it's easy, it gets boring, right? So we want the challenges. Be the hero of the story. Realize that that's what you are. You are the hero of your story. You are training for the ultimate goal of the story, to be able to do all these wonderful things. And you are getting that through your challenges. So you overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength because those challenges are there to help you and to train you and to shape you and to help you figure out that you are awesome, and that is the purpose of them. So I hope that that one's good for you, that you can really take that one with you and feel incredible today because you deserve it. And our second affirmation is I am successful in all that I do. I am successful in all that I do. Every single thing that I'm going to start, and I'm going to start things that are worth finishing, but everything that I start, I'm going to finish, and it's going to work out perfectly for me. And I can say that with 100% confidence because I understand that just because what I wanted isn't what I got doesn't mean that it was actually the best outcome for me. It may have been perfect for somebody else. So I get to be happy for that other person, that they have found what it is that they were looking for, what it is that they needed. And then I get to get excited because what I'm going to get is even better than what I thought I needed. It's better than what I thought I deserved. You deserve better than your dreams in a lot of cases. So you're successful in everything that you do because you don't give up before you reach that point. And also because you can read the situation. You know that failures are just as important to your ultimate success as any successes are. So as we're going on the path of life, trying to figure out things, sometimes we take a trip, sometimes we take a detour. And when we do that, we're adding experience. And as long as we find our way back, we're good to go. But when you do start getting a little bit lost, when Garmin fails you, there is a way to get back from that as well. Like, you're not abandoned just because you go a little bit off track. The more off track you go, you're going to find the harder things get. So things are going to fight you more and more the further off track you go when it's time to turn around. So that is God's way of saying, hey, you're headed this way, but really this way is the best way for you. So I want you to have the best. I'm going to make this hard for you. I'm going to put a brick wall in front of you so that when you hit it, you can finally be reminded to look around, because sometimes if you're like me, you get tunnel vision and you forget to look around at other opportunities because you think you know exactly where you're going and that's where you have to get, and like that's the perfect outcome. But sometimes there's something even better. And if you're like me, a lot of the times there must be something better. And in some ways you get to see it happen. And when it happens, you can see the whole process that happened there. And then usually you're still in a process as well. If you're like me, I've seen a lot of things come to fruition and come to their success in the last year. But there are still things that I'm waiting on, and I'm trusting that something better is coming every time. So you're in a process, but you've also seen the process is finished. You've seen what that's like. You can read that situation. You've got this. You are successful in everything that you do, and that will carry you through every process from here on out. And since you have that, this next affirmation is pretty easy, because we realize that these things that are usually some of the hardest stuff to face in life are actually working for us, and we can use them to our advantage. So here's your third affirmation on top of those, the most important affirmation I can ever share with you, and it is gratitude is my attitude. Gratitude is my attitude. All you have to do is list 3 things that you are grateful for, and you have this mastered. Really, 3 things that you're grateful for. And if you're like me and you like to have schedules, I do it in the morning. I do it every morning, as soon as I wake up, brushing my teeth, listing 3 things I'm grateful for, because life is good and I want to be happy from the get-go every morning. This is my day. I can do anything with it. It's only just started. I want to take advantage of it and do as much as I can with it. I want to live it to the fullest. And then throughout the day, when things don't go as planned and I'm not feeling quite as perky or cheerful, I start listing things I'm grateful for again, because that's going to relax me. It's going to calm me down, and it's going to give me perspective. And that's so important, because when you realize that you're having an emotional reaction to something, and that's kind of making you defensive, making you panic, making you get a little bit almost irrational sometimes, and you can say, wait a second, no, I have at least 3 things to be grateful for right now. List them to prove it to yourself. And then you realize, oh wow, this is not as terrible of a situation as I thought it was. I can be calm. I can get back into my own head and sort of take control again in this situation. And guys, that's going to make you the hero of the day, because you will be the one who can quickly react, make smart decisions, make collected and calm and rational decisions. And you are going to be unstoppable because of that. All because you know that there are at least 3 things in any given moment to be grateful for. So the bad things aren't that bad. It's okay. You have more control than you feel like you do. And then at the end of every day, I list 3 things that I'm grateful for again. I find 3 things from that day that I'm grateful for, so that I know, and I can go to sleep knowing that I lived that day to the fullest. I did everything I could with it. There were 3 things that I can be grateful for, so I can take the memory of today, take it into tomorrow, and remember it fondly, so I don't have regrets. I don't have bad days. And I've started that a couple of years ago, and I got to tell you, it's been the best 3 years of my life. Every year just keeps getting better, and I don't know how, but it keeps topping itself. So that, I believe, is because I've taken control of my attitude, which has given me control over my situations, the way I react to my situations. So if you can control your attitude, you can control your reaction. And if you can control your reaction, you can control a situation. As much control as you have in a situation, you will have it. So that is what gratitude is my attitude can do for you. And today, as we're talking about anxiety, one of the things that I've always found bothered me and made me anxious was being around people, right? Being around other people and feeling judged or feeling like they notice every little thing about you. And I know that this is a small piece of anxiety, but being around people is a huge factor in anxiety. Being around people is when we least want to be anxious. So I'm going to help with that today by showing you today's feature affirmation, and then I'm going to flip the camera back around to talk to you about it. So give me 1 second while I flip the camera and show you today's affirmation. Thanks. I approve of myself. I approve of myself. And I made this into a phone background for you guys, but like I'm going to give it to you in the best way possible. So I'm going to actually upload this on the Crystalline A. Vitovich Facebook page immediately after this broadcast. So if it is any time after about 6:50, you will be able to get this on the Crystalline A. Vitovich Facebook page and save it to be able to keep with you whenever you need it. So I'm going to flip the camera again. All right, so I approve of myself. How does that help you when you're in social situations and feeling anxious? Well, honestly, for me anyway, when I'm in a social situation and I'm feeling anxious, it's usually because I'm feeling insecure. It's usually because I'm feeling inadequate. It's usually because I feel like everybody else somehow is on a different level than I am, and that they are completely secure with themselves and they can see that I'm not. And that's the anxiety that happens for me in social situations. But you know what? I hit a point in life a while back where I realized, like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. And not only does it not really matter what they're judging you by, because people's judgments, and you can know this from your own experience, we judge other people based on our experiences with people that look like them or act like them or whatever. So if someone has a first impression on you, a lot of the time, like 2 out of 3 times, it might be because of something you've experienced before, especially if you haven't even interacted with that person yet. And so these people are probably feeling the same way toward you. And you know that if they have a negative reaction to you and you haven't even done anything yet, that's from their history. That is not anything you did. So you can approve of yourself despite that, because a lot of the time people are mean or judgy or whatever because they're feeling insecure or because they've had an experience where something similar to this situation happened and their gut reaction is what they're giving you. So be confident in your own skin, like Oz is saying. Know that people's first judgments of you are probably, we'll give it a good 45% to be generous, 45% what you've done. And the other percent, I'm so bad at math, I'm guessing that's 55%, 55% what they've experienced. So do not be so hard on yourself. Do the best that you can be. Be comfortable with yourself, because who you are is who you're supposed to be. So you can't fail with it. You cannot fail by being who you are. And figuring out who you are is just a matter of, what is your sense of humor? How are you comfortable? What are you thinking right now? Because your thoughts are worth it. So you can share those, especially if they're not hurting other people. You don't want to do that, obviously. But approve of yourself. Start approving of who you are. Approve of your sense of humor. Approve of the way you look. Approve of your conversation style, of the way that you interact with people, of how welcoming you can be to other people, or of how quiet you are. If you're a quiet person, that is not a problem. I am naturally a quiet person, but by nurture, I have become more of an extrovert. But being quiet is not a bad thing either. In a day, a week, or a million years, the short-term stuff is a blip in time. It's all dust in the wind. That's a good insight, Oz. Thank you. But yes, start approving of yourself. And whenever you feel insecure, start testing, okay? When you feel insecure, think why. Why do I feel insecure? Is it because of how I look right now? Is it because of, what is it? Just figure out that and then start finding out how you can approve of that. How you can actually feel okay with that, and then feel good about that, and then love that about you, and start realizing that you are awesome. And in every situation that you're in, people deserve to get to know you because you're incredible. You have something to offer to that, and that's worth it, and you're worth it, and you're amazing, and I can't get over telling you that, because I really want you to know your self-worth, because that's going to get you so far in life. So start approving of yourself. Take this affirmation with you and go throughout your day. Whenever you feel insecure, whenever you feel small, wonder why, and then start approving of what that makes you, what part of you is associated with that. Approve of that, because then you won't feel small anymore. You'll realize everybody's just like you. We're all really confused in new situations and just trying to feel our way through. And we all have different ways of doing that. And different people rub other people in different ways. So you can't be 100% responsible for the way someone judges you, but you are responsible, and you can take control of just your actions and who you are and how you approve of yourself and how you feel about yourself and how you feel about others, because you want to take care of them. You want to be kind. So there's nothing wrong with you. And in all likelihood, there's not a whole lot wrong with them either. We just have to learn to understand each other, approve of ourselves, and approve of each other. So I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for listening to this. Please share it if you think it would help somebody. That is the whole goal of this. I just want to help people understand themselves, learn self-worth, and love themselves, and get to know God a little bit along the way, because that's really important to me. So do feel free to share this. If you want to learn more about me and my books, you can click the link in my bio. That will take you to my website, but it'll also give you a free bonus chapter of my book, Pure Fire, which we can get excited is going to have an audiobook in March. So that's really cool. More info to come on that. And I think you guys are incredible. Please keep gratitude as your attitude today and live in the moment, guys. Live in the moment right here, right now. This is where you are acting. This is where you have control. The past is done. The future is being built. You're moving right now. Do some incredible stuff. Whatever you want to do, you can do it right now. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Bluck. Thank you, Oz. Thank you to my dad, who is also on here. And thank you to everybody who is there right now watching the replay. You're awesome. Come back again. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 because I'm going to be back home. So 7:30 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye.